Yes. So, is opportunity monopolized? No man's kept poor because opportunity has been taken away from him because other people have monopolized the wealth or put a fence around it. You may be shut off from engaging in a business in certain lines, but there are other channels open to you. What's funny is this book was written a long time ago, but if you think about it in terms of like the internet, sorry, my shit was being blocked. And we're back. Probably it would be hard for you to get control of any of the great railroad systems. That field is pretty well monopolized. But as we think about that, is it? CSX trains. If we're watching this, trains have had a big sell-off, right? Supply chain issues. Like there's fundamental reasons for it. There's shit going on in the economy. What is the target? We'll get back to Uber, but what is the target on CSX? Not that much. $35. They think it's worth about 16% more. Means there's not a lot there. Where's UNP? UNP's 21%. But that discount now, this is a, national railroad company. Below it's 200, building a box. There's your anchor, right? There's your anchor point. So we're going sideways. And we're on the dirty side of the storm, right? Often extreme. The histograms tip like that's telling you the momentum to the downside is done. Histogram is going up. The ticks start moving this way, which confirms this box. Now, in the money flow itself, let's pull this up. Hold on. I'm looking for these crossovers and shit, right? So as I'm watching right there where it says stage 2, best time to buy, before that, it starts to accumulate. We call this zone accumulation. As you watch it, you could do it on a 5-minute chart, 15, 1 hour, 1 day, weekly, monthly. It's fractal. We talk about that all the time. So what I'm seeing here is it forming on the daily chart. And so as I'm watching this, if I'm trying to build a portfolio, well, this is on sale inside of my stocks. And I could scan my stocks looking for these setups. So if I'm going to be adding new money, I really would like to start at I'd like to add there. Now, as a swing trader, that's not necessarily going in the right direction yet, right? So as a swing trader, I might wait to get that breakout to confirmation or keep this small. Once you learn the pattern in the book, I talk about the stage 2 breakout because that's confirmation that price is going up. We saw it here, right? There's the breakout. But you see, you're leaving a lot on the table here. That's a big move. That's a big move, man. So if we can start to see this stuff, this sideways movement, and catch it when it's below value, and start letting these indicators, right? Once they start to turn that direction. So I'm trying to catch it like in here. on the break, when the box is being built. Like I got to be ahead of this. So now on this, depending on when I got in or what, I'm doing this as a position trade, but as a pure swing trade, yeah, I would have took some down. Now what? Here's your next target. I'm going to take some down. And maybe when we get up there, we get a little correction. And like this money flow pattern plays out, man, over and over and over. Whether it be Uber or Starbucks. So if we're looking, oh man, look at ED. We talked about this on the last one. Maybe you guys have some stocks. Who's looking at something? Don't give me a million biotech stocks. They all look like they're about to rip, man. BNGO to stage 1. We got crazy town with alt. Look at this thing, up, down, up, down. But if you're looking at this, where was the top? Remember, we were selling them of this. I was selling this. Why? Price had been here before. All right. Remember, I wrote the book a lot of years ago. Sideways, up, sideways, down. So if you're looking, where are we at? We're on the dirty side of the storm, right? Well, last time this happened, this stock is killing me. Is it? Is it killing you? Or is it giving you a chance? So you bought over here, right? Look, you bought over here. Now it's killing you. It's a cycle. Before you got here, guys, it was going up and down. Before you got into biotechs, they were ripping higher and coming down lower. Like it didn't start with you. So when you get in these stocks, you're going to be in some that are in, like right now, if Monday's the first day for you to trade stocks and you go look and say, well, Gerald owns Exxon, I think I'm going to buy Exxon. Okay, but you buying this day is different than when I was buying, right? Why? Because I'm following it all the time and I'm buying ones and I want to sell into threes. You just showed up today. Like, I'm not buying that. Like, the book, I wrote it a long time ago. I am not buying that configuration. I'm buying this configuration. That's it all the time. So if you say, what do you think of this stock? This first thing I'm looking at. Are we over here and are we going sideways? Because if we're up here, fuck, I missed it. Don't matter. You showed it to me too late. For now, for this cycle. How far does it go? No idea. Goes up, goes sideways, back down. So if when we were in alt, guess what? I've been in alt probably longer than some of you have been trading. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe not all of you. So as this thing goes up and down. So if a guy doesn't know the money flow, let's say he doesn't know. And he's reading articles and Barron's like, oh, oil, it's a good time to buy oil. Is it? Is it a good time after it's doubled? And it's putting in a top. Is that a good time? Of course not. You can look over and say, well, it was here before. When's a better time? Down here. Like, once we're going sideways. We're on this side of the storm, right? Like, we need the chart configuration to set up differently. We need these things, support and resistance. We want the 5-day, the 10-day exponential, and the 20. They need to look like they did last fucking rally. Like, things got to come together, man. And so as you're a student of the money flow, and you can look at just chart after chart, I tell you where it's at. What to do. Like, of course, man. Now, what if we combine that with our God-given human intelligence? We could do a little research, right? You could do research. You could just open your eyes, like walk around your house like, whoa, I need to see this shit. Amazon. The next Amazon, I can't be looking back going, that was so obvious. Like, you can't ride Uber every day and not be trying to make money on Uber. That's just stupid. Let me just say it. If once you learn what I show you, you can make money from this stuff, man. You can see it. You're there. You're the consumer. You're the one buying it. So now you take that, combine it with these charts, this pattern, and a way of living where you have money, you get out of debt. This is why I say the first ebook is so important. If you're broke, guys, you're not going to trade your way out of being broke. You might get lucky. It's not how I ever see it. I see people in abundance and prosperity create more for themselves. Those who have more get more. Those who have less get less. That's right out of the Bible, right out of Islam, right out of Buddhism. More attracts more. The way to get 10 shares is to own 8. That's a universal thing there. Look at Sava. The last time this stock ran, I don't know why. I have no idea. Look, that's what it did, right? And it ran up. So the play was watching the down move, waiting for the stage 1, right? And then we start to play it. And that's where all the money came from. So what do we see now? Same setup that was over here to the left, right? Where do we want to get in? Same thing. It is impossible for any stock on planet Earth not to activate the money flow. It has to. Nothing can go up without crossing that 20-day moving average, period. I don't care what stock it is, gold, Bitcoin, commodities, cotton, tomatoes, gasoline, everything goes up. It will cross an average of 20 because they've been doing it more than 20 days, right? Now, if we can combine our eyes being opened, understanding cycles. So do I want to buy? I want to buy utility stocks when they're out of favor, when nobody else likes them. So I want to buy Walmart when other people are selling Walmart, but not yet. Not yet. I want to get some indication that maybe it's stopped dropping. So what is Walmart worth? This is how you hunt money, guys. This is how you hunt money as a position trader. You're like, okay, 172, that's 25%. Fuck. And they're going to throw me a little dip. Now it's huge sell-off. One man's foreclosure, another man's opportunity. All right. I know anybody bought up here is just, it's killing them. Good. Hope it kills them some more. Take it down lower. Maybe I don't want 25%. Maybe I want 40%. See, that's different though. So if this level breaks, but it's too soon, right? I got to start letting it form. As that forms, which is going to look like it did over here, right? The moving averages are going to start to come together. I played that Beatles song over and over and over. Why? You got to get this in your brain. They got to come together. Even to go down, they got to come together, man. And so as we're watching this pattern sets up. Whenever it's a stage 1, the RSI looks exactly the same. The MACD looks the same. The moving averages look the same. And price is doing the same thing. Right? Amazing. Let's see. Who's got a stock, man? Somebody said, oh, you say V. Oh, Visa. Oh, what a beautiful thing. Okay. This looks just like the Exxon chart. Price had been here before. Stops there. Breaks it. Comes right back. Super bullish. Closes above the 5. Crazy bullish. That's your buy signal, man. Right there. Right fucking there. Every time. That's what it looks like. Every time. Right there. Over here. That's what it looked like before the run up. The price itself will be different. If it's an old stock, limited supply might be high. If it's hood, it just started trading. And it's going to go through all of these price patterns. So now you're catching Visa below its previous high, breaking out stage 1. So you've had time on this one too. It could have been accumulating. If you follow it every day, good, come down. Good, bring it down. Why? Because that sets up the shot, man. If you're playing chess, it ain't one fucking move. It's a series of moves. It's anticipating moves. It's seeing the possibility. If this is this, then this is that. And if over time stocks continue to go higher due to inflation, more people buying, guess what? Housing prices go up. Price going up causes it to go up. And you say, what do you mean? If I want a house, I guess what? I fully fucking intend I'm going to pay more because it's obvious. Everyone says it. Prices are expensive. So I anticipate it. Okay? So if I'm entering that market, I'm obviously willing to comply with that. I'll pay more. I'll pay more. I'll pay more. And it'll just keep going higher and higher and higher until eventually somebody says, I'm not paying that high. I actually cannot make profit. That's it. I'm out right there. And it became the highest high of that day. Price turns around. That's it, man. It just goes through up. There's nothing different in this business here to here. It's just the pattern of the chart, man. And so as you play, time in the market gives you an advantage as you watch these cycles play out. All of a sudden, you get to use them. So the 4 stages of price movement, good. You don't think in your little career it's going to run up real high and then pull back real low. I mean, that's what it does, man. So we get to use this to our advantage. But there was a guy that opened a Robinhood account, started on this day, and bought that stock because of Barron's. And now it's killing him. And me and you are like, oh, shit, look at this setup. Same people. Looking at it differently. One man's foreclosure, another man's opportunity, right? Or shorts covering it. He's seeing what we see. So that game's all being played out. There's your breakout, man. Where's your target? 247. Is it worth that? What's Visa worth? Come on, man. This is a no-brainer, dude. You should be embarrassed you hadn't been doing this. You should imagine if you're 20, you're 16 years old, you're sitting in your room, and you're like, when price breaks, green line, me buy. And then you set your target, and you go over to tip ranks, and you say, is it worth more? Yeah. All right, check. Okay, I got to go. Trade's in. And you're out the door. That's it. That was my attraction to position trading, man. It's set. Now I get to leave. I get to go do other things. I don't even really need to watch it tomorrow. I will, because I'm watching a bunch of them. I got a lot of trades going, but what else? Oh, yeah. Ethereum Classic. I'm in this one. Don't tell any of the hardcore crypto people. They flip out. This is not the real Ethereum. I understand that. I'm just trading it, bro. Relax. Right here. Some of my favorite YouTubers hate this. And you say, why are you trading it? Because it's doing the money flow. Look. Over, up, over, up, over, up, over, down. Excuse me. See, I got up on the brain that whenever it goes down, I just start thinking up. Do you think that could go to there? Yeah. So $500 becomes $750. Nice. Maybe it could go even higher. And there's tons of these in this. The crypto is the easiest, man. They're breaking out all over the place on this thing. Let's keep it to stacks. You should be buying basically all your cryptos right now if you got the money. All right, light speed. Ugh. Would you buy this? Nope. Right off the top, look. Is it extreme? No. Doesn't need to be. Look, back here, it wasn't extreme and it went on a crazy run. So that answers that question. Doesn't need to be. Is it down? Yeah. It's pretty way down. Was the stage 3 easy to identify? Oh, yeah. Super easy. What does that tell me? This stock is printing easy. It's giving you the money flow easily. Down it goes. Did it stop here before? Yeah, right around in here. That's where it stopped before, right? See that zone? Look, see it? So what do we see? There you go. My man found a money flow stock. That stock, I've never looked at it, and it's doing this. Right? So what do we think it's worth? I don't know. Let's go look. Is it what is it? SPD. All right, they got a 121. All right, 23%. That's previous high, right? What a beautiful setup. I like it. Too soon yet, brother. Let this thing set up a little bit. Look, it ain't going to go anywhere until these things, just go back and look. Take your thing, your cursor, print these charts off, and look at these crossovers. That's when things really get going. We want to beat them, but I just want you to see that just as a general rule, everything comes together before something happens to the upside and the downside. See how far apart these are? All my point to that is you have time. You're looking for that box to start building. You see it right there at the bottom, right? So again, we're just assuming this is going to just over and over, right? It's a fractal pattern. Oh man, it's almost like I've done this before. Fractals never-ending pattern. Fractals are infinitely complex patterns. that are self-similar across different scales. They are created by repeating a simple process over and over in an ongoing feedback loop. Driven by recursion, fractals are images of dynamic systems, the pictures of chaos. Geometrically, they exist between our familiar dimensions. Fractals patterns are extremely familiar. Extreme, that's a key word, familiar. Since nature is full of them, this is how they do tornadoes, right? These 6 things are setting up air temperature, right? Start adding it up. They can guesstimate about how much something's going to be. They don't know for certain. The pattern has set up. The alignment of the 5, the 10, the 20, they all numerically change. 5's on top of 10, 10's on top of 20. Price is above all. What is that? That's a straight uptrend. But look at this. This is to the opposite. This is a straight stage 4 decline dive. Straight down. You just now got 1 day for a bottom. And we call this the anchor point. So what do we look for on Monday? Does this hold? If this breaks, pattern starts over. New anchor point. And we anchor point it all the way down until it is the actual anchor point. And you'll see it. There you go. There's your buy. And then what did it do? It rips. And you wait for what? The opposite. All revolving around this, what we believe it's worth. What do you think Bitcoin's worth? To me, $1 million. Everybody's at my meet and greet. I had a little Bitcoin. I carry it in my pocket. He said, how much you think it's worth? I said, $1 million. It's $1 million. So what if you're wrong? Okay. All right. I choose to believe it's $1 million. Why don't you believe that? That's all it takes, man. I had a guy say to me, well, that's crazy. I listen to this show and they're trying to get Bitcoin adopted. So am I. I can't go to Washington, though. But I have gotten over 1,000 people to open a Coinbase account. I'm doing my part. It's going to $1 million. When? I don't know. Maybe I'll be an old man. Guess what else is going to $1 million? The Dow Jones. It's 30,000 now. One day it'll be $1 million. You're like, well, that's not possible. Really? It started at $1. And went to like 20. Now it's $34,318. And when it doubles, your kids will be like, Dad, the Dow's like 400. Why didn't you buy more? What are you, dumb? You're like, oh baby, it was gonna crash. That's what your grandpa's saying. It was gonna crash. Okay, good. Buy more. It's not going to zero. See, that's what the money flow is. We took that off the table. And once you take that off the table, now the cycles just become something you just take advantage of, man. So you guys crying about your growth stocks being under, it's because your brain is immature and tiny and you haven't been in it enough to even have a fucking opinion. I'm going to be honest with you. That's why they get mad at me on Instagram. Why? Because I tell people the truth. You're too stupid to have that opinion. You don't know anything about the economy. You don't own any property. You're not an investor in a stock. You've never been to fucking college for economics. You've never acted on it or completed a successful trade. Everything you're saying is complete nonsense. That's most human beings that you run into. I didn't say that doesn't mean they can't play great football or run a restaurant or they're great at metalworking or they're beautiful at driving for Uber. They may be wonderful human beings. Might be your grandmother, but she doesn't know when to buy oil. Right? Your grandma ever hit you? Why not? Why don't women know this? So I've educated thousands of women on how to read a chart. Now, what they do with it is up to them. They can let life and other bullshit get in there, but I can show them how to buy bottoms and sell tops. And the guys, well, you can't do that. Yeah, I do it all the time. I'm not saying it's the top or the bottom, but I buy bottoms and sell tops all the time. Absolutely do. Absolutely. And if you begin to narrow it down and open your brain, you're like, well, what do you mean? Well, you have electricity at your house, XLU. Right? You gotta buy some of this, man. You gotta buy some of this. I told that homeless kid that. I was like, bro, you don't need a house to own utility stocks. You don't need a house to own Bitcoin. I could lose my house. I still own my Bitcoin. One isn't, but his infrastructure is so fucked up, which is why I began to teach that. So imagine right now, I got a friend. He's debt-free, worth millions of dollars. What do you think he's thinking? He's got hundreds of thousands just in checking. He calls me, he's like, gee, you see the utility stocks? See, he's seeing this differently. What's he seeing? Opportunity. Sideways up, sideways down. He read my book. That's what he's seeing. He's got money. He's hunting. Every day, hunting. That's what you do as a trader, right? You're hunting. You're waiting for the setup. It's been burned into your fucking mind over and over and over and over. And it looks exactly the same for every stock in every sector. All 11 sectors of the S&P 500 set up exactly the same. Whether it be a penny stock, a biotech, they go fucking down. And then they go sideways. And then they stop. And they look exactly the same. And so to buy oil and be profitable right now, you had to really follow the down move. Wait for the setups, and if it goes down again, good. Why? So that now, a year later, we can be selling Exxon and buying what? Other valuable assets that are on sale. That's fucking chess. Most people are not doing that. They're not looking for sectors. Where's shipping? Where are the trains? Where are utilities? They're not playing a chessboard. They're watching fucking one thing. One stock. One sector. And so when I came along, what I tried to tell you, you're like, I know you don't like utility stocks or understand them, but I don't give a fuck. Go buy some. I know you're a female. Go buy some Bitcoin. Don't be stupid. It's going up, man. I think women should own it too. It's going up. Well, that's a personal conviction. I know. That's how you influence people. I don't know if you know this. In order to influence someone, you actually have to believe the shit yourself. So if you're a motivational speaker, I hope you're fucking motivated. Right? If you're a real estate coach, I hope you own real estate. Like, you have to be sold out to what you do. If you sell cars, I hope you drive that car. I was buying a BMW and he drove a Ford. I'm like, what are you doing? You don't even like your product. You can't even afford your own product, bro. Fuck it. I was at Apple and this chick turned around and she had a Samsung in her back pocket. The fuck are you doing? She couldn't understand it. And I was like, do you own any Apple stock? No. Here's an idea. Stop being stupid. You have a Samsung in your pocket and you work at Apple and you don't own any of the stock. How does anyone take you seriously? So look, this is what happened. This is years ago. Right? I bet she could give you some advice on what to fucking watch on television, though. Don't own any of the stock. And carrying the wrong fucking stock. I mean, where's her brain, dude? And I like to point that out to people. There was a guy the other day. He's a maintenance man at an apartment building. I'm like, why don't you should buy some. He's like, what? An apartment building. If you're the fucker putting it together and keeping it going, why don't you own it? And I asked him, does the guy who owned it, does he there? And he said, no. Well, that part's easy then. You can do the absentee part easily. You're doing the fucking hard part, bro. Why don't you own the place? It never occurred to him to own the fucking apartment building. I was like, you know, one of the biggest problems with owning an apartment building, I explain this to people in the electrical trade, in the HVAC trade, they're plumbers. And I say, you know what the hardest part of being a landlord is? And they said, what? Plumbing. Like, the repairing things is not signing papers. Any dipshit can sign a piece of paper. Anybody can borrow money. The hard part is holding down the asset, right? That's the hardest part of real estate, is maintaining it. And there's people who work for low wages to do the hardest part. And they don't own any. So there's people that work at Apple. They don't own any. They're all around you. All these things are all around you. And just start observing other people inside the money flow. They're in the money flow. This thing, look what it looks like. She works at Apple. She's a genius. And she doesn't know when it breaks above the 20-day moving average, it goes up. And eventually the RSI goes green and you should sell some. Take some down. Why? To put it in other stocks that look like this. You just play this game. And she could do it on that phone in her back fucking pocket, but too busy to learn. I'm too busy. We need tax rich people. That's the answer. Not me looking. Not me, Why would I need to know that? This is our world, man. So the point to that is, this game isn't being played with the dumb people. The people who wake up to play this game are the smart people. You get what I just said? The people putting out barons, the people on Reddit, the newsletters you subscribe to, me, people in the Wealth Squad and the Money Flow gang. Some of them want it more than you. They'll read. I talk with traders who don't read. You'll fucking lose. You have no hope. You're being delusional. If you think you're going to trade and you don't read and follow the economy and understand the markets. I didn't mean from a political point of view, from what actually is fucking happening. Not what you hope, or I don't like people to smoke, so well, nobody gives a fuck. Cigarette stocks are going to go up and down. Like, well, I don't like oil. Nobody gives a shit. Oil's going to go up and down. It's not to have an opinion on it. It's the reality of it. Right? So the reason oil's going up is, their green fucking energy's not ready yet. We're not there. So you can hate it as much as you want. It's going up, and it will affect your life, and you will pay for it this winter, or you will freeze to fucking death. Even if you don't like fossil fuels, they will keep you alive this year. Right? There's people who don't, they'll spend their life bitching about that, but they don't trade oil. Good, then go short it. Go short it. You don't like it? Put your money where your mouth is. Yeah, you'd be fucking broke now. So I used to get mad when oil was getting crushed and I'd see all these memes and people posting. Like, all right, you guys will fucking eat that one, I promise you. Because I'm going to buy these. Because it's a reality. People, we're on it, dude. It doesn't matter if you like it, don't like it. That's beside the point. Oil's one of the big four. It trades up. I had a guy come in my group one time. And before you come in the group, you have to have read the book. So if you're going to trade differently, why are you in the group? I mean, you can. Go do that. But you don't need to talk to me about it. I'm not changing it for that. This is what I do. This is the game we're playing. You play your game, I'm going to play this game. And so I'm an arbiter of it. I have to fucking defend it. And so if someone takes a different opinion, I'm like, good. But that's not the money flow. I just want to make sure everyone fucking understands that. If I don't defend it, who defends it? Right? And so I have to defend it because I'm trying to become master. Right? Michelangelo, he did a lot of different kind of art, but he did art. Right? Beethoven, I'm sure he did other things in life, but he played classical music. Right? So this is what I do. This is where price will go. So that's what I teach, like every day. I'm not changing it. Yeah, well, I got in over here and moved down. Okay, all right. Markets, I'm old. I've been doing it a long time. Shit goes up, goes down. Wasn't that long ago, oil was free, literally free. Went to a zero. It went to a fucking zero. It was below zero, oil. Now we're in a crisis and it's rocketing. It's uncovered barons. It's the trade of the decade. How is that possible? 24 months. What a big change in life, right? But that's not new, man. None of that's new. That was going on before I was here. They were doing that in the 50s and fucking 30s. This game's being played out, man. So we get the advantage of watching things and saying, I don't have any of this path. What do you think this shit's worth? I know these are out of favor right now. $72. No shit. All right. Well, I'm not trying to flip it tomorrow. Is this Intel? Is this Cisco? You know, decades later? Like, I remember when Facebook IPO'd, $30, now it's $300. I remember when Netflix IPO'd. Do you remember that? Probably not. And so when you come in and you bought a stock and it's been there and you pull, like, look, you just fucking started. Like, you got to go through cycles, man. You're going to watch oil run up, crash. This game's going to keep going over and over and over and over. So important that you get your mind around this. So important. So path is setting up. What about Zillow? Zillow's getting back in the box. Chris, you're going to be bragging. Chris John's going to be like, I told you guys to buy this. I told you. Now, I'm using rare elephant oil, and you're not. That's what the gurus do, man. I do that too. This is where it's going, man. Do we believe that? That's the previous high, right? 110, 120. It's getting back in the box. Super bullish. Moving up. But it's got to get above that green line to be a breakout, right? Tony says, hopefully this is the one. But if in 6 months we look back and it's 150, are we actually happy this is the one, or do we wish we'd have got a couple more? Oh, if I could have just had a couple more months. People were telling me that about Bitcoin. I said, hey, Ethereum's breaking out. Tweeted it at midnight saying, hey, this is the last chance for you to buy Ethereum at these prices right here. I don't know that for a fact, but I know this is what it sets up, what it looks like. It's the same every time. Here, and then it broke. Tweet again, hey, this is going higher. Where's target? Right here. If you're trading it. Same over here, right? Yeah. This one we went with that target though. It's too close. This is too close. So it goes up and we do start taking it down. Start taking some down and start seeing a new breakout. What? Take some down. If you're moving in and out. If you're not, if you're just accumulating, then you just buy stage ones. Simple as that. So it's what are you looking at? A lot of people hit me up. Oh man, I needed more time. You got your whole life. It ain't over. It's going to run up to here, go sideways, pull back. Like this game will play out for years and years and years and years and years. At some point, you got to stop bullshitting and get on the right side of it. Start putting some weight behind it. The way you get set up for the next Ethereum sell-off is you need money. Right? How do you get money for the next Ethereum sell-off? By making money in things that already sold off now that are getting ready to go up, right? That's the chess game, man. That's the chess game. LYV. What are we going to do with this, sir? It's too late. So if I'm him, I'm ringing the register on this. Just a little bit. Trim it. And that is probably your top. So tomorrow, if it goes a little higher, that's your new top. What am I looking for? This. The box. Why? Because then it sells off. So I want to downsize in the box if I'm swing trading. Right? But you definitely don't want to buy it. So either taking gains or not buying it. That's what you're doing here. Why? Because you want to buy this. Right? Dirty side of the storm. The setup. And then selling into this. When you learn the money flow, you'll stop chasing anything and you'll just laugh like silly kids. Let's see. What? Too soon on Nike. Maybe not. We got a box. Oh, it'd be a nibble for me though, bro. Look how far apart these are. Nike's setting up. Look, you see that tick? On Friday, that told you. What did that tell you? The downside momentum is stopped. Does that mean it's done going down? Nah, it does for right now. And that's what you should see on a box. Got plenty of time. So if you remember the other day, I was getting on to that guy. And I'm like, dude, I'm just trying to show you the money flow. You do what you want to do. I would not touch that day right there. I put a circle around it. And until that day holds 4 days, I don't even fucking consider it. Now I'm just considering it. It's nibbles. Where's my target? 172. But it's nibbles here. I'm not buying call options. Let's see. 185. That's way below. So you see what I got? I got fundamentals on my side. I got a big sell-off. It's coming into some support here. When this comes out, I'm gonna buy a little more, and we're gonna wait for it to develop, right? Right here. Stage 1, stage 2 breakout, and then it moves. This is gonna take weeks, months. Weeks or months. Don't buy options. It's too soon. Still a stage 4 decline. Look, they're numerically aligned to the downside. 20, 10, 5, all pointing down. When you're buying here, you're trying to say this is the bottom. Foundation of the money flow trading system is the 5-day EMA and the 20-day SMA crossovers. Now, we want to be in and out before then, but the crossovers are uber important. They're signal lines. They're flashing lights. It's confirmation of what you should have already known. You see one of those anytime soon? No. Look, tried it here, couldn't do it. May try it again, can't do it. Try it again, can't do it. That's a runaway down line. They do it to the upside too. Same to the up, to the down, man. So we need to let this come together a little bit. Slope is the key. It's still pointing straight down. I would nibble here. I got a bunch of these on my list too. Look at Coca-Cola. Setting up, baby. Now, I'm not going to buy a lot, but I own this in my buy and hold. If I own this in my buy and hold, maybe I buy 3-4 shares over here, and that's it, man. Next cycle, we'll do it again. And then next month, every fucking time it does it, from here on out, I buy a little bit here, and I just keep it. And I have this thing, this portfolio, they all pay me dividends, and I'm just coming along, and I'm just picking up money on the bottoms. So I'm looking at a little Coke. What else am I looking at? What else could I be looking at? Am I looking at Exxon? Nope. It's going up, right? So I'm probably going to be looking at trimming some of this Exxon to what? Add to some of these others, man. What else we got? Where's Campbell's? That ain't doing shit, right? What else we got? Merck. Look at that. Explosion. So we could have took a little off here, right? Take a little off of your Merck. Add it to what? Let's look at Southern Electric. Straight down. See, I want to be buying these and trimming those. Does that make sense? As you stay on this side and you're just playing your little game. If my position is super tiny, I don't feel obligated to trim that. But let's say I've built it up, been doing this cycle. This game plays every month, every week, every day. Let's say you're in this now 2 or 3 years with me. You're going to have a shit ton more money than you had 2 years ago. If you're consistently adding on stage 1s, you're trimming some 3s, adding on some 1s, and guess what? More attracts more. So you want 20 stocks, you get 18. You want 5 stocks, you get 1. And as you get one, you start reading, start following. Next thing you know, you got two. And fucking mysteriously, what you think about comes about. What you focus on grows. Money goes in there. And you're the kind of guy picking up these bargains. And over time, it begins to grow and multiply. And you collect dividends. And all of a sudden, you're like, fuck, man, I got 100 G's. And I'm taking kids, 19-year-old kids who get on this game. They're in 20, 22. They got $100,000. What else we got? Where's Spotify? But don't do it all in growth stocks, man. But we see the game being played. When would you rather buy this? Highs or lows? Lows. Look at Spotify. These nice moves down. It's in a downtrend, right? Lower highs, lower lows. That's what you're seeing. This is the definition of a downtrend. That over the long term on this has been down. See it? Interesting, huh? Stage one. There's your breakout. Where's your target, previous high? Where's our next target? Previous high. Let's see. Look at these play out, though. Right there. Somebody said Vail. I have a hard time with this stock. Be honest. Steel stocks. Well, Vail, I think they do steel and they do some rare earth, some mining, Rio Tin. And that's a big money flow pattern. Let's see. Where's X? Same thing. See it? See the pattern? We're about Nucor Steel. And there's others. They're down. Look at Nucor. Now this one pays a dividend. Stopping where it stopped before. See it? There's articles in Barron's right now talking about steel. Has it been here before? Yeah. I like these steel stocks, man. So there's a whole bunch. So this is where you start when I talk about reading. You got to go read on these steel stocks. Are there an ETF you could play? Is there a leveraged ETF? So what's my trade on utilities? This is the XLU. You need a lot of money to play this. I don't want to do that. So I'm doing the UTSL. Look, I'm going to start building this. Some people are impatient. I'm not going all in right now. I'm building it. Nibble, nibble. So I'm going to start building this up. What am I looking for? This. So that I can do what? Sell it. Just like we did over here. So it's setting up, right? Look, it's coming out. So start building this. So I'm at about 65, 70% of my position here. You know, if we break down into another leg, good. That means it's going to take a little longer than I thought. Previous high. How else can you play that? Well, this is one way. This is leverage times 2. What else could you do? XLU. You could do ED, AEP. I had this one on my story for a while. Last time it did this. So when utility stocks do this, this is easy fucking money, man. I'm just going to say it like it is. These are utility stocks. These are gifts when you get this. It's easy. It's layup. It's not a penny stock. It's not. These are dividend stocks. Right? When they lay up like this for you and they do a perfect money flow pattern, this is a gift horse. But you should have come to that on your own. You don't need my conviction. Don't ride on my conviction. Like, I get guys, they've been in 2 months. Well, gee, like, I'm going to do it. No. You have to develop that. You got to see that. You need to go back through these charts, man. Go print them off. Look at them. Back them up, man. So if we go to 1600, back it up. Look, this is way back, right? So you see what I see. So look at this one. We want to sell that, right? We talk about it. It's going to be the same over here. We want to sell that, right? We can just go down the chart. We sold this. So if you roll with me, you know I did this. Okay. Now what am I doing? I'd rather be a buyer. Rather be a buyer. I want to be a buyer, right? But look over here. I said that there. Remember, we had another leg down. Good. I'm a buyer. This is utility companies. It ain't going to zero. Good. Gave me 3 chances. This is where I lose most people following me. Because in their world, this is a long time. Right here. Oh, I got in December. It's March. It's killing me. Is it killing you? Not me. I'm playing longer. It's utility stocks, dude. They're going back up. They're below the 200. This is not killing you. This is called opportunity. You're getting a second chance and then a third chance to do something big. But I can't give you that conviction. I get it. Because every time in my adult life, when these stocks, oil stocks, utility stocks, these big infrastructure plays, when they get just smashed, all it is an opportunity. That's all it is, man. But I can't impart that to you. You got to come up with that on your own. And so a guy could buy in here, and then a few months later, he's like, fuck this guy. I know. It can take a minute. And then what? Payday. So is this one the bottom? That's what they look like. But so did this one. Get it? So did that one. So this is you. Now you could get out. I'm gonna get out. All right. Well, the problem is I'd be looking to add back on. So I can't trade these like that. I can't trade a utility, a quality company that doesn't move really that much, that pays a dividend. I can't trade it like it's a penny stock, like I'm in and out. That's not what I'm doing. I'm trying to flip it for a lot more money, man. I want to make 3,000, 5,000. You know, it may take a few months. Okay, that's all right. So we're seeing that in mortgage REITs right now, A, G, and C. Good. I hope it takes a while. I'm selling it at $18. So if it goes back down to 30, good. It's going higher, man. But that's a different way, man. But those utility stocks are no-brainers. But don't buy them and then fucking constantly. This drives me crazy. Oh, I'm still hanging in there. Really? Are you like on the edge of a cliff? You know, your fingers and you're just barely like don't. It's not superhero shit. You just own something on your phone. Relax. It comes back. Okay. Like, don't make it dramatic. When you start trading these things, the faster you can remove drama queen from you and just become mature, old hand, like that's what you want to be. The secret to success is be, do, equals have. So the fastest way to learn cycles is go back and look at cycles. So go look at charts, like sit around and back them up. Stop looking just fucking right here and when you bought it. Go to YouTube and type in history of oil and watch oil crashes and the Great Depression and the tech boom and in 2008. And what you're going to notice is always something different that's the big crash. So people waiting on the housing crash, it's like, hey, dummy, that was the last one. You don't get to know in advance. The whole fucking planet doesn't get to agree. It's a surprise, even in the time. The only reason Michael Burry's even famous is there wasn't many people on that trade. So if everyone you know thinks something, that's exactly what is not going to happen. Because it's always a surprise, man. Nobody knew about COVID. You were having dipshits go, I told you the market was going to crash. Really? You knew there was going to be a virus? Although I did. If you have early versions of you don't have to die broke, I actually cite the possibility of a Chinese virus crashing the stock market. That was just a random thought I had. Because that shit happens. And that's the movement of price, man. That's beautiful. Oh, man, the game we're playing. The game we're playing is beautiful. PCG. P&G Energy. Yeah, I forgot I'd even wrote that, and I had people sending me screenshots of that, and I'm like, did I say that? Like, I went back and looked, and I was like, oh, how funny. But I had taken it out of the versions that I was distributing, so I was like, fuck. I took that out because someone told me That could be offensive to Chinese people. So I took it out of second editions. Like a dummy. Fucking political correctness. We let it override fucking reality. So that's where we're at now. Even if it's like really going to happen, or people really do that, you can't say it. Don't say it. They don't like it when you say it. Okay. I like this. I don't know. It's neither here nor there, bro. It's not pulled back enough. If you're long, stay long. There's nothing, I mean. Okay, this is, yeah. Or I could buy Duke. Look at that. See, this I'm concerned about. Like, it sold off. It's setting up. I come over here. I put in Duke, D-U-K, and it says 7%. Not that big a deal. All right, let's put in, what was it? PGE? No, not PG. Come on, dummy. PCG. This is the one that caught California on fire. See, they got 40% upside. There you go. That's why he's playing it. It's not a pullback. I don't know. If it breaks above the 20, I guess you trade it, man. Take it. Good. Go with it. Good call, sir. Sure, man. Look. Tell me I'm wrong. Where was the best place to buy this? Right here. Right? That day right there. Boom. Price putting in that little box, breaking up. There's your breakout. Now we're here. I'd just be long, man. Nice stock, sir. Let's see. I don't know. I guess we can wrap it up there. We'll see what plays out. I just like to get in here and talk. Looking through the book. Go over the book again and again and again. And it's not so much for, you'll see some of the charts. I've got other moving averages on there. Some of these are just old pictures. As I refine the strategy, they're just old pictures, you know. Matter of fact, if you look on page 55 of the money flow, you'll see a chart very similar to this, where it breaks out, starts to go, pulls back a little, and it runs up. So the nature of this stock, look, it doesn't really respect the 20. See it? It's all over the place. So it means we got to be a little liberal with it. We got to give it a little room. It likes to bounce around, likes to hug that 20, not above it, below it, above it, below it. What does that tell you? When the moving average goes flat, it's of no value. Flat, flat. So if these start turning flat, that means they're no longer of any value. And now you're just building this box and you're waiting on a breakout or a breakdown to reestablish. Like the money flow just kind of stops working. It just goes sideways. But sometimes I get people like, well, money flow doesn't really work on these stocks. You bet, shut the fuck. It works on all stocks. What are you talking about? You obviously haven't read the book. Whenever people say that to me, this is what I'm thinking. Block this guy. Let's block this dude. Like, I can't even comprehend. I don't do that, but that's what I think in my head. All stocks respect it. It just may get a little wiki. Yeah, Air's stage 2 breakout. But this is a gray area. It's a stage 2 inside of a stage 1. What does that mean? They started, you're seeing it come. It's getting flat here, man. But it's to the upside. First target, second target. Let's see if we can get 42 out of Air. This is a throwback stock. It's one of the first ones I started putting out to people. A little birdie told me that works at Delta Airlines, Gerald. During COVID, buy this stock. Remember that? So they said $50. Yeah, this is a beautiful play. Why? All airplanes go through this company. So if they take them offline, this company does it. If they put them back online, this company does it. Look how low it fell. Remember? It went all the way to right over in here. Look. Drops, goes sideways. This has been an easy one, man. Yeah, look at Viacom. This one will kick in. Once they get bitch slapped, dude, nobody likes them. That's the problem. Look at this. Just dead money sitting. I'm sitting right at, I think my price point's like $38, and it ain't done shit. Now, what if it goes to $70? You'll look back and you'll be like, damn, look how long it gave me to build my position. And instead of seeing it as an opportunity, I listened to the wise guy that said, opportunity cost. Oh, you're just losing money sitting there. Are you? Or maybe you're getting a chance to build it up. We don't know yet. If it goes up, Mr. Opportunity Cost, maybe by getting out of this, you bought something and lost on that. And then you put some on, did this, and you lost on that. And it wasn't opportunity cost. It was dipshit cost. Maybe you should have stayed there, had conviction, studied, read on the company, and just time to time, fuck it, you added some stuff there. You didn't look for a reason to get rid of it. You looked for a reason to buy a couple shares. And you just do it for a long time. And then one day you wake up and this thing's ripping. And they're like, all the problems are fixed. And then you get paid. I did this with railroad stocks. Whole time listening to people talk about opportunity costs. I'm just building my position, collect a little dividend, building my position, collect a little dividend, building my position. I got other monies to trade with, man. I'm not going to be a fucking lunatic. I'm going to build it up. All right. Look at AT&T. I've been buying this one. But again, I can't give you my conviction. So I don't like that. I don't like people to be convicted because I'm convicted. That's a weak-ass reason. This company is working out its problems. It's now below here. It's been as high as here. They've lowered the dividend, which is good. And everybody thinks it's worth $32. So what am I? I'm patient. So every day, every other day, I buy a share, 2. Just keep doing it. Maybe this will go on for a year, year and a half. Mr. Opportunity Cost will be like, oh, what are you doing? Collecting dividends, sir. Lowering my price point. And then when this thing rips and runs, I'm going to scale it out. And what am I going to do? I'm going to buy other shit on sale. But I'm going to have weight. I'm going to have a large position. And it takes time to do that. But see, if you only focused on the short term, you don't see that. You don't see how whales, like the hedge funds don't just roll up and buy, oh, give me all my position at 9 o'clock in the morning. They don't do that, man. It takes them weeks, fucking months. They can't let people know what they're doing. And I began to think, what if they're not only doing that for that reason? What if they're also doing it because strategically it's just smart? It's just a smart way to build a position because we don't know the future, and you might get lucky and get a discount in a stock that you love. So you happen to love Uber, and maybe something that ain't got nothing to do with Uber could happen and bring it down nice and low. That's different. How do you feel about the overall market? Bullish. Yes. Market goes up 70% of the time. So all you guys that are bearish, I go through this conversation with them. And I go, really? Is it here? Is this where you're bearish? Not here? What about here? Were you bearish here? What about here? Man, you had to be bearish here, right? No? Not on any of those? Because it looks like it's going up. That's on a daily chart. Well, let's go. Well, maybe if we back up bigger, that won't be true. So let's go over here. The guy says, are you bullish or bearish? I don't know. Are we bearish here or here? Or here? Maybe we're bearish here. No. This would be where we're bearish. No, that ain't going to work. Maybe we're bearish here. No. We're bearish here, here. Well, and damn, looks like it goes up. That's on a weekly. That's about 3 years. Well, surely if we go back a decade, that game changes. All right, so let's see. Where's the best time to be bearish, sir? Let's see. Oh, well, surely you're bearish here and here and here and here and here. And yet prices continue to go up. I didn't make that up, right? Like that. They say past performance is not indicative of future results. Okay. Are you bearish, sir? Are you scared the market's going to crash? It's going to crash. Okay? And it's a blip. It's not even something to sit around worrying about. There's guys that got $6,000 in the market worried about the market coming down. Are you fucking stupid? That's your worry? That's not your worry. You can go work part-time and get that money and put in. You need a market crash. You need that to happen. And it's not to sidestep with your little baby money. It's to go get more money and put it in. Like a lot of money. Your worry is not that you need it to come down. That's not a worry. That's not something to worry about. If it doesn't come down, dummy, you're not ever going to get rich. You understand that, right? If the stocks don't come down, you guys can't accumulate large positions. So a guy's got fucking 8 shares of Zillow. He's really worried that it's come down a little bit. And it's like, dude, you're worried about the wrong fucking thing. What you need to be worried about is you have 8 shares. And why don't you have 80? That's what you should be worried about. That's coming back. That's fucking one of the largest real estate. Like, let's pull it up. What do they think it's worth? $139. Your concern isn't that it's going down on your 6 shares. Your concern is that you're not accumulating on these stage ones, man. Can't go over sector. Now we're not going over. You need to buy the book, man. You done made me mad. Coming to church with stupid. Are you bearish? Who's bearish? They're wrong all the time. Throughout all of history, everyone that gets bearish is wrong. Now, you say, well, what about it went down for a week? Okay, I mean, how long is our window here? Like, that we're predicting? Markets go up. 70%, they're going up. Even when they go down, they're setting up to go up. Get what I'm saying? So, SO going down, good. Now it's setting up for us. To what? Go back up. That's what it did here. We can just keep going on this chart. Every time it sold off, it's got to sell off to go up. So if it is bearish, good, because that's how we get bullish. Come on, man. Sector rotation. You go pull up the sectors. So you should have a little section that says spiders. Click view all. And now we got the money flow, right? If we're looking at home builders, first one, a home builder sector. What stage is it in? Stage 4 decline. Has it ever been here before? Right? So we could pull it up. This is how you do sector rotation. It's called work. So you sit down. And where's the low? Right here. Today's the low. This was the low of the low. Is it extreme? Nah. Is the momentum to the upside or downside? Downside. Stage 4 decline. The guy says, well, maybe I'm going to buy it. Buy what? It's going down. You have zero indication that it's done. You're going down. So I would wait until it sets up and starts to go sideways. So this could be day one. This could be the anchor point, right? So we could take out our notes and go home builders. Well, who makes up the home builders? Go look up the XHB and see what stocks are in there. And you're going to see they're going to have a very similar pattern, right? So now that's a real estate stock, right? Right? What else is in real estate? Mortgage REITs. What else? Home Depot. What's Home Depot look like? I don't know. Let's see. Home Depot. Man, that ain't going down. So we could start just digging into this. Start looking at the news, and all of a sudden you start learning about the XHB, the home. You're probably gonna have Tilson Homes. You're gonna have these different homes. You have companies that service homes, right? Maybe we could leak into insurance. We could there's a lot of places you could take this, but there's their pattern. Stage 4 decline. XLB, material select sector. DuPont, 3M, those kind of companies, right? What do you see? Has it been here before? Yeah. Setting up, right? Stage 1. So that you want to buy on this side, buy and holds, right? We want to come down, start to go sideways. So now in your buy and holds, to me, this is where you start looking to buy. I love that. I've been saying that. This is a stupid sector, communications. It's so weird. They got AT&T in here and Facebook. It don't even make sense. Energy. When did we want to buy energy? When it looked like materials. So look, look at materials, right? Stage 4 decline, stops dropping, been here before, starts to go sideways. Now go look at Exxon. That's where you would have wanted to been buying it, right? Energy, when it was doing what materials are doing now, right? So you could take some of these gains, you could roll it to that sector. That'd be portfolio management, right? You're seeing a sector rotation. Money is hot right now in energy, and it's been coming out of what? Materials, tech, growth. Let's see. Stage 2 breakout in financial sectors, JP Morgan, Wells Fargo, banking stocks. There's all kinds of ETFs that trade around this. There's business development companies. So as you begin to like, well, what's all going down inside the XLF? Maybe the XLF isn't the one you want to trade. You want to trade like one of the banking or the regional banks. Like you could dig down into the fundamental story and say, big banks isn't where the opportunity is. Where it's really at is in these small regional banks. So what ETF or what leveraged product trades that? And that would be, when I talk about, you got to be a reader, man. You got to read. That's how you're going to find these things. The charts will help you. The charts will help you take what you read and put it into play. So you're not buying up here. So when you see your friends, I'm buying that, and you go look, it's on a 70 RSI, listen, do not take advice from that person. They haven't matured to the level yet of technical analysis, of calming themselves down enough to sit and actually read. Nobody's doing that. That's day trade. I mean, maybe if you're day trading, you would, but what we're talking about here, you're not. You're not buying that. You're not buying after it's gone straight up. You're not buying Dogecoin at the top. You're buying it. You want big sell-offs, right? You got to get on the other side, or as soon as the breakout's happening. So industrials, what do we got here? Caterpillar, Deere, right? You can go look, the XLI industrial. A lot of these are coming down. Why? The Dow was coming down. Where's the Dow? Right? These industrial plays, they're coming down. Have they bottomed? I'd rather buy this bottom than buy it higher later. What if it does another one? Okay, we buy that one too. But if you're in the habit of buying lows, just over time, you're going to compound more than if you have the habit of buying highs. We can just look, that's just common sense. But even buying high, look, you bought the high, it still went higher, right? But what if instead you got in the money flow and you're just like, dude, I'm buying these stage ones, bro. That's lower than the guy that buys highs. And yet they both can make money. Because the market goes up. Oh my God. This is a rigged casino, baby. I feel like a little bit of my soul just went out the window. I own this stock. I watch it every day. We don't want to buy that. We're looking at these and these. One day this will be a $400 or $500 stock. The Dow will double. The Dow Jones will be $60,000 in 10 years or less. And then when it doubles, it'll be $120,000. You say, that's not possible. And then when it doubles, the $120,000, it's going to be $240,000, $250,000. And you're going to be like 60, and you're going to be like, I remember when the Dow Jones was 34,000 back in my day, and we were waiting for the great crash. Let's see. My dad's still waiting on it. He's been waiting on it for about 30 years. He don't trust stocks. Banco Amarco. I like that. I like saying that. Banco El Marco. Banco El Marco. SA. I'm assuming that's not Spanish, that I'm saying it that way. Where are the stage ones? Just back the chart up. Stage ones. El Banco. There we go. Yeah, man, look at this. Now, work with me here. Sometimes people ask me, do you like this? You ever see Jim Cramer respond fast? He's following all the sectors. He doesn't know every single stock on planet Earth, but he's been doing it every day long enough that he does know a lot of them. And if you've ever read his book, he explains how he does that. He has a very simple formula. If the market's in an uptrend, he loves that stock and loves that sector. If you say it and it's in that sector, he says buy, buy, buy. That's how he does it. Sector analysis. I like this. I love stage ones after big sell-offs. So if I saw this chart and I look up here, I'd say buy this. And I'm a seller here. Right? And if you came over here, you'd see the same thing. And I'm sure if you go that way, there's something. Right? If you go that way. Now, this one, why would I hesitate for a second? Didn't pull back much. I'm not saying don't do it. I'm saying I don't like it as much as I like this. It could run and rip and you trade it. And so you got to ask yourself, is this a runner and a ripper? So if this is Tesla, this happens a lot. If this is a utility stock, I'm a little greedier. I either want it cheaper or it's just going to go without me. So Southern, in here, that's not a big deal to me. I'm greedy. I want it to come down. I fully anticipate it's going to go back up, man. So this is juicy. Man, fuck, dude. I'm actually hoping it comes into here. I got the RSI. Good. I'm glad we turned down. I had a guy just got in the UTLS trade with me, and he's like, oh, man, it's already red. Good. We need that shit to come into here, man. We'll get our box here. Good. Shit, man. Honestly, another leg down wouldn't hurt my feelings. But I'm further out down the road than he is. I know this don't mean shit. It's this. This is what I'm selling, not this. Right? So if I look at a stock like that's a pullback, now I'm like, yeah, I like that. I like that. But you gotta be in that flow, man. ADV. Advantage Solutions. Now, what do we see here? If you show me this chart and you go, Gerald, what do you see? I say, okay, cool. Stage 4 decline, went into a stage 1. That didn't hold, broke down. Now we're in a whole new. So we have a serial decliner here. We got to run away to the downside. That's what I see. Sideways, down, sideways, down, sideways. And I got to ask myself two questions real fast. Is this an opportunity or is this some bullshit? If I go look, what sector is this in? I don't know. I don't know this stock. ADV. Let's click it and see. 79% upside. All right, this got to be a growth stock of some sort, right? Go look who's recommending it. Now I need to go see what sector it's in. If it's in the growth sector, well, guess what? A lot of growth stocks have been hit. A lot of penny stocks have been hit. A lot of these stocks have come down. That makes this second leg down not as bad. But if I go look and this sector's been on fire, and this stock, the market's been going up, and this shit's been going down. There's better use for my money. Meaning, if all the biotechs are breaking out, and this one just keeps going down, I don't. If it ain't gonna break out when they're all breaking, when the wind is to your back and it ain't going up, when is it gonna go up? Where's the edge in that? You get what I'm saying? And so you got to be able to go cutting ties here. Some of you guys, you cut a stock and it's like, fuck, it's like you got a face tattoo or something. Oh, you act like it's a big fuck. You already lost the money, man. The ticker symbols don't matter. If something's down, it's down. It's not something, I'm going to get it back. Well, you could have put it in something else that went up, right? Now, some people call that opportunity cost, but that's not how I'm looking at it. I'm not looking at every position, looking at opportunity cost. I'm looking at every position. Is this a sound business that's doing the right things, is going in the right direction? And if when the wind to this sector is good, if all solar stocks are killing it and yours isn't, we really need to understand why. I'm not meaning it missed earnings. If it missed earnings, oh, I need in on that. That's a legit, okay, oh, it only made 10 cents. They thought it was going to make 12. All right, good. Let me go look. That's different. That's different, right? And we have to make sense of that fundamentally as we come to these charts using our brain, man. What sector is it in? So whenever I meet someone and all their stock, he's like, all my stocks are going down. And they seem confused. And I go, look, and they're in all penny stocks, all biotechs, all technology. And I'm like, hello. I know they're not studying. If you just watched every day, CNBC, Fox Business, you're looking at Barron's, it's like you're following the damn sport. So if you follow the NFL, you guess what? You know about other teams. The guy who doesn't know that much about sports only knows his team. You ever meet that guy? But if you're a gambler, gamblers know all the teams. And they don't give a fuck about a home team, whatever. It's the spread. Who's the quarterback? What's his percentages? Does he win on there? What is the temperature? What is the momentum of the company or the team? Who are they playing? Is it a number one defense against an offense? They begin to analyze the game, man. It's not because I grew up in fucking Georgia or I'm from Dallas. That's not how fucking gamblers trade. That's not how they do it. Dumb gamblers do. Rookies, right? The people that pay the money to the professionals, that's how they do it. But the moment you decide I want to win, you have to know about all the teams. There's only 36 of them or 32, right? Whatever it is. You got to know about all of them. You want to bet basketball? You need to know about all of them. You need to know all the starting players, the tops on each team. Why? Because of injuries that could affect it. So you need to know about the companies you own. And so a day goes by, you don't read about a stock in your portfolio. All right, you lose. You lost a little more. You lost a little more edge. You know what that means? Other people want it more than you. Good. I'm glad you're here. You get to provide the money. I need the guy who comes in, who doesn't do shit, doesn't work, it's not studying, he doesn't get the cycles, he's not understanding the difference in the different sectors, and he's not getting that good. We need those people to feed it, man. That's what takes it down to extreme prices, is people at the bottom start to react, and you have what's called a washout. They actually have a fucking term. The professionals have a term for it, and they look for it, and that's when people break. They can't take it anymore, and it looks the same. Boom, big down, ends up closing up on the day. That was the bottom. The experts were watching, and they started putting their money on. They were waiting for margin to blow out. Right? That's how it happens, man. How can Bitcoin be this price and people aren't making money? How could you follow me on Instagram and not be making money in Bitcoin right now? I've called people names. I've sent them messages, texts, DMs, begging them, buy Bitcoin. Buy it. They say, why? Because I've studied it. Hundreds and hundreds of hours. Not cursory, not bullshitting, not because I was born there, not that kind of fan. Study it to utter conviction, where every human being, even if you're homeless, I turn to you and I say, do you own Bitcoin? If you met me in Kansas City, I asked a bunch of you face to face, do you own Bitcoin? And when they say no, I say, that's fucking stupid. Fix that right now. Fix it. Now, they can go and do whatever they want to do at that point. And you say, why would you say that? Because I am fully convinced. And I can't just watch people not be as convinced. Now, I'm not going to argue with them. And I'm going to tell them one time. Once I've told you, I've told you. But I want you to look back and go, man, right there, someone came right to me, took me aside, looked me right in the face, and asked me. Because, see, they delivered Amazon boxes to your house every day. And imagine if the Amazon driver would have said, hey, dipshit, instead of ordering stuff from us every day, why don't you buy the stock every day? And he could have made you rich. That simple interaction between one human being and another could have changed your life. The way that I got into real estate was the interaction of one human being looking at me, and I said, I have $15,000. And he goes, well, that's stupid. And I was like, what do you mean? He goes, why would you sit on 15 grand, dude? Like, he said it just like that. What should I do with it? He goes, go buy a house. And he said it's so obvious, so casual, so duh, that I realized, why didn't I think of that? Like, why is it so obvious to him but not me? And he goes, read this. And I read it. Changed my life. And I became a millionaire from that interaction, that talking to that person right there. That was the path. That set the thing. Same in stocks. Guy named Dr. Elder. I don't trade exactly the same. I recommend his book. Not so you trade the same as him, so you have the same mind fuck conversion that I had. I want you to get a little bit of what he said to me. And I recommend Stan Weinstein's book. Why? Not so you trade like Stan Weinstein, so that you get the mind of Stan Weinstein. What he was seeing, what he was thinking, what he was doing every day. That's why he's a legend, man. That a lot of people don't know about. So right now, if you don't own Bitcoin, I can't understand it. I really can't. Did you feel that conviction? Kind of made you uneasy, right? Like, wow. That's what you need. About trading, about investing, about everything, man. You apply that same level to your business. Like, the reason people eat here is it's the best fucking place to eat. Period. Period. The reason they rent from me is these are the best properties. Period. Period. Trading, there's no other ways for me, man. And so that conviction level is what allowed me to amass money, to amass Bitcoin, to amass dividend stocks, to amass real estate. I'm not looking or listening to fucking idiots who tell me the market's crashing. Fuck you. Go tell somebody else that bullshit. Because even if it does, I got a plan. And if it doesn't, I got a plan. I'm not even entertaining that bullshit. It's fucking Loserville. Take it down the road, man. It is. It's Loserville. And now all these, like, you can go back on YouTube. They were all of almost unanimously, everyone I follow on YouTube, on Instagram, that during COVID, the fucking housing market was going to, you said that. You probably said that. I was the only voice out there going, nope, houses are going higher. Nobody was saying that shit. I was saying that shit. I argued with many of these so-called influencers who now still talk freely like they didn't say that shit. Oh, that wasn't me. Yeah, it was. I watched you. I watched you say it. I watched all of them. Bigger Pockets. I watched it, man. I watched all kinds of influencers. Bunch of them busting out of real estate now. You know why they're busting out now? They ain't got no fucking money, man. They couldn't weather a little storm. Oh, I changed my mind. Nah, bullshit. Opportunity cost. Nah, no conviction. You can sell that bullshit to somebody else, man. Prices go up. They have been. And when they go down, it's just an opportunity. There's nothing you're going to do anyway. And if you learn to trade from both sides, it don't matter anyway. Right? It's just excuses. This frees you from that, man. So why guys looking for a crash, I'm looking to build my Uber and sell it for $68. It's different, right? I can't teach you conviction. Don't ride on mine either. Get that for yourself. That way when I die, you got it yourself. You build it yourself. So, you know what I mean? So when I did the Bitcoin, it's settled, man. It's settled. I went and ran and learned enough that I'm not stupid anymore. I'm settled it. That's all you got to do. You settle it. Oil's going to be here your whole life. You don't have to trade it, but it'll be here. That's why we trade it, right? Going through the money flow, but you got to get that conviction for yourself. And it's not on a 50-cent stock. You can have those, but that's not what I'm talking about here. Okay? I'm not talking about all in on a fucking altcoin. That's not what I'm saying. You can win. You can get that right and win. I'm not denying that. And you should play that, but don't get that, you know. Well, that's not true either. If you're going to do it right, man. Jumping back in. Let's see. FBRX. Wow. I'm gonna be honest, that looks like shit. Let's see. God damn, bro. I don't know, man. It's hard for me to get excited about this when all I see is down. Daily down, weekly down, monthly down. Everything's down. So you're obviously bottom fishing on this. I'm not against that. I don't know why you think this is a low. It could go to it could drop another 100%, you know, and then another 100%, and then another 100%, or let's say 50%. You say, what do you mean? Well, it could drop 50% from here. It could go to $1.50, and then $1.20, and then like this game could keep going for another 3-4 years, man. So I don't know, man. I'm not excited about that. I'd much rather be buying PayPal, bro. It's back above the. I mean, that's just me, man. I don't know. Sometimes you can hit on those. NAKD. See, I like this better because look, you can see a pattern on this chart. And what's the pattern on this chart that's different? We got this base, pops, 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 right? Pops. It's pulling back. We got a slight slope. So we got to assume it could keep doing this game higher. Yeah, you can take a shot at this, man. Previous high is your target. God, these are fucking tiny stocks, though, man. You got to like this volatility. I like it, but you see the pattern we're seeing on there. Let's look at Romo. This is a penny stock I'm playing. Same fucking thing. Keeps going lower. Keep these small, man. Don't buy Uber-sized positions in these penny stocks. Or DraftKings. DraftKings is one you can go big in. Stage 1 breakout right there. I waited to see what tomorrow's up. I got a decent size in DraftKings. I'd like to put some of this back on. We sold up into here. Remember, we bought in here, took some down. This is traded perfect, man. Came right into a previous low, back above the 5. Look, all of this is setting up. This looks pretty, man. That other stock looks scary, bro. I like this. Get in DraftKings, man. What's wrong with you guys? SYN. Yeah. I don't know, man. You're just playing a pop here. This is a good location. Support. If you're going to get in this is where you get in this. I don't like it, though. There's too many solid companies setting up right now, man. Look at Palantir. Looking for a bottom on this. Too soon yet? No room there in Procter & Gamble. I don't know, man. Look for some good ones, man. Let's get some quality stuff on this. Look at CRSP. I'd much rather be in this stock than a 50-cent biotech stock right now. I think this goes higher. Look at Pfizer. I don't know. Look at this. I mean, there's some better setups in the biotechs, man. Sava. I mean, I'd rather be going big on Sava than buying a 50-cent stock right now. Sava could easily go back to 120. Easily go back to 120. Easily go back to 120. So, it's done it before. I'd rather ride with something a little bigger, man. FLM. And yeah, it's too late on this though. That's material. It's already breaking out, already hitting your target. I'd have been trimming right there. That's your target. So if you're in that, take some down. Not all of it, but sell some. AMRS. Yeah, stage 1 buy. 13 bucks. ENVX. Remember this one we played? Top. Easy play, right? Took some down on the RSI. It's also a previous high, a little temporary one. Still long. Next target, $24. So if you're playing that one with me, see what I'm looking for is these smooth moves, man. Look, this makes it easy. You got to find them where they're. If you just catch them, and you look, and they're just straight down. Like, look at you want movement like this. Like this one was brought to me. I don't know if Doc's on here. He brought this one to me, and you can look. I mean, the moves are just nice, man. That's what we want. That makes easy trading. This is easy money flow shit. This is why I'm excited about utilities now. The flow is just, look how long the flow is, just nice and easy, man. Look, just these long flows up and down. That's what we want, man. All right, man. Let's one more and I'll get out of here. LX. Appreciate you guys listening, hanging out. I don't know, man. Where's Facebook? Facebook's setting up. Where's FedEx? Ugh. I don't know. I'd be real narrow selective, man. Narrow your money in this week, man. Let's pick some. Let's add some quality. Let's let that oil trade play out. Let's let this Bitcoin run, Ethereum run. You still got time to add to your altcoins. A lot of them are just now breaking out, man. I mean, dude, even if it's $25 ads, do $25 on 4 different ones. I get guys worried about the fucking commission. You can do Coinbase Pro or whatever. It's $1. Get the fuck out of here with that. But if you want to get it low, I get it. Go get it low. But don't let small buys keep you from buying, because you can build that position up over time. And in one move, it goes 400% in a short order of time. You're not going to care about some little commissions, man. It ain't going to matter. Let's see. Yeah, Groupon setting up. Walmart, Target. These guys review restaurants. So a lot of good stocks, man. You guys be good.